Hey lovely sexy hobby people, welcome to today's video, which is going to be the look through Dungeons and Dragons Adventure issue 73. I can't remember if this is our last dice in tin, probably not, but we also get a part 2 for our Magic Items Catalogue, so come and join me on the desk and we will have a look through. Hey lovelies, right, should we have a look through Dungeons and Dragons issue 73. We get, I think it's a Magic Items Catalogue, part 3, was it? No, part 2. Tell Porkies. Part 2, Magic Items Catalogue, and we get some dice. Let's put those aside. Let's put that on the floor. Now, let's have a look. Proficiency variants. So moving on from last week, when it was talking about multi-classing, we're talking about proficiency variants here, and it says, fancy taking a different approach to skill proficiencies? Then why not implement these intriguing variant rules? Ability check proficiency. With this variant, characters don't have skills at all. Instead, the player chooses 2 abilities, one tied to their character's class, as outlined in the table right, so here, and the other in their background. You can choose any ability to be proficient in based on your background, as long as it makes sense. Strength or dexterity are straightforward choices for a character with a sailor background, since sailors are known for being burly and hirsute. And for swinging from ship's rigging, but that same sailor could be proficient in intelligence or wisdom because they're a trained doctor and studied biologist, like Paul Bettany's character in Master and Commander. If you have the expertise feature, you choose 1 ability proficiency to double rather than 2 skills. During gameplay, you wouldn't ask your players to make skill checks, only ability checks, so scaling a wall would be a strength check, lying to a guard a charisma check, and recalling a piece of lore an intelligence check. If the character has proficiency in that particular ability, they add it to their check roll. While this variant removes some nuance, it makes for simpler play style that suits players less interested in customising their characters. Okay, that's interesting. Background proficiency, personal trait proficiency, and proficiency dice. This final variant retains skill and tool proficiencies, but rather than setting the bonus at a specific amount, like a +2, you instead have a proficiency die starting at 1d4 at first level. When you make an ability check with a skill or tool you're proficient in, you roll the proficiency die along with the d20 and add it to the result. The die is determined by the character's level. See the table below. So first to 4th level you get +2 proficiency bonus, 1d4. And so, yeah, it just basically increases. Say, for example, 17th to 20th, you get +6 proficiency bonus and 1d12. Character creation, Fey species, Centaur, Eladrin, Fairy, Herongon, and Satyr. Cool. Then other species part 1, we've got info about Bugbear, Changelings. So Bugbears make an appearance in the starter set, I believe. D&D starter set. Furbolgs. Githzere and Kenku. So, Kenku, medium or small, speed 30 feet, feathered folk resembling ravens. Right. And we've got goblins as well. Part 2 of other species, we've got lizard folk, kobolds. I've got some Dungeons and Lasers do some miniatures. They do an NPC character pack, I think it was an NPC pack, which includes some kobolds. Minotaurs, a shifter, and Shadar Kai. A shifter is humanoids with bestial aspects. Shifters are descendants of people who contracted or full or partial lycanthropy. Excellent. That would be an interesting character to play. Meragons and devilish minions. An in-depth look at these servile fallen warriors whose profile, plus a profile of other hellish foot soldiers to help you build an army of devils. Okay. So we have barbed devils, bone devils, they look really cool. Ice devils and bearded devils. Interesting. Sorrow sworn. Living embodiments of negative emotions, the sorrow sworn inflict agony upon anyone unlucky enough to be wandering the bleak realm of the Shadow Fell. So you can have an angry sorrow sworn, lost sorrow sworn, wretched sorrow sworn, a lonely sorrow sworn, hungry sorrow sworn. Bregan Death Day Earth. Meet the mercenary company with a dashing commander who knows how to throw a party to make you look the other way. The drow societies of the Underdark can be cruel to those who have lost everything. Menzo Berenzan is the most influential city in the Underdark, and its matriarchs are all fanatical, paranoid despots, slavishly devoted to the worship of Lolth and the advancement of their own political power. In that city, men have no social influence. Their best use is as soldiers and raiders, and when their house falls into ruin, there is no chance for them to escape dishonour and join a new house like a drow woman might. So, Jarlaxle Bairn, which is this character, colourful character here, wearing an eye patch, a wide-brimmed hat, and with a sabre hanging from his hip, the group's leader, Jarlaxle, cuts a dashing figure. A drow warrior with centuries of experience, Jarlaxle is brother to two legendary members of House Bairn, or Bainry, matron mother Quenthel, and archmage Gromph. Though this fact isn't widely known, he is also the secret lord of Luskan and has amassed a considerable amount of wealth and power as the head of the Bregan Death, a nonconformist in a culture where failure to conform usually means death or exile. Jarlaxle has learned to walk the line between being too defiant to be part of drow society being too useful to get rid of. So there you go. Joining the Bregan, a pirate's life for me. And then we have the encounter. The lesser evil, disadventure. Right, adventure encounter background. The party has delved into the catacombs of Castle Nether to find Viarni Tulir, the missing high priestess of Kelemvor. There, they discover her locked in combat with a skeletal juggernaut and vanquished this hulking brute. The grateful high priestess shared with them a vision given to her by Kelemvor, guiding her into the catacombs to stave off an even greater threat to the city. After the recent fight, however, she is in no condition to challenge whatever lies below and asks the party to go and destroy it in her stead. She sets them on the proper path and retreats. Encounter goals. The characters must explore Castle Nether's catacombs and reach the threat to the city that lies beneath. So here we go. So we're still using the war map from a few issues back. Beginning the encounter in the musty, frigid dark of Castle Nether catacombs. The torches of the characters are all that illuminate the narrow, winding hallways and low ceilings dripping with spider cobwebs. you go. Right, so it looks like you're going to run into a cave spectre. No, cave scepter. If the characters gave Stonecliff the scepter and received the reward, read the following. Kept the scepter. Okay, so there's two arcs here from what appear to be from a previous adventure. If you had a scepter and kept it or didn't. Sweetening the pot, denying Anders' aid, accepting Anders' aid, seeking the Wall of Shadows, Chamber of Ancient Lords, the Well of Shadows. That's pretty cool. We have some stairs that appear to go down. So, ominous statues. We only have time for one fight. And then end encounter. So we have Wretched Sorrowsworn, and we have a Shadow Demon stat line. We have Necklace of Fireballs. Brilliant. Love it. And then we have a Meragon in this encounter. And we have our Magic Items Catalogue. Bladed Weapons. Crystal Blade, Dagger of Venom, Dancing Sword, Hue, Moonsickle, Nine Lives Stealer, Scimitar of Speed, Sunblade, Sword of Life Stealing, Vicious Weapon, Vorpal Sword, Weapon of Warning, Bows and Crossbows, which is Arrow of Slaying, Bow of Conflagration, Glimmering Moon Bow, Oath Bow, Starshot Crossbow, Unbreakable Arrow, Walloping Ammunition. This ammunition packs a wallop. A creature hit by the ammunition must succeed a DC 10 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. That's pretty cool. Staffs and Wands and Orbs. So we have the Amulet of the Devout, Astral Shard, Circlet of Blasting, Dark Shard Amulet, Orb of Shielding, Staff of Defense, Staff of Withering, Wand of Magic Missiles. That's cool. Wand of War Mage. Clubs, Hammers and Maces. So Devotee's Censer, Dwarven Thrower, Lightbringer, Light of Thunderous Thumping, Mace of Disruption, Mace of Smiting, Mace of Terror, Platinum Scarf, Boomerang Shield. What's this do? Armour, shield, uncommon, requires attunement. You can make a ranged weapon attack with this magic shield. It has an all range of 20 feet, a long range of 60, and it uses the strength or dexterity of the attack roll for the attack roll. If you are proficient with shields, you are proficient with attacks made using this shield. On a hit, it deals 1d6 slashing damage. If you throw the shield, it reappears in your hand the instant after it hits or misses a target. That's a really useful thing. So we have a brace of flying daggers, we have the javelin of lightning, and then we have the seeker dart. So there you go, lots of different extra bits. Let's have a look at our dice. What have we got? Are they black? What's the book saying? Stylish black dice in a tin. So, one set of black dice. I mean, they look alright, they're just solid black dice with white lettering. A 14 on the D20. Another 14 on the D20. An 8, so that's the second 8, I think, if I remember rightly. 12. 7. Oh, 17. So I suppose fair to middling for this dice. 4. Ooh, 3, couple of low rolls. Another 8. That's a 6. Maybe not. 17 again. 12. 11. 4, 11. Maybe I just save this dice and give it to people I don't like. Like, as spares. 8, 4, 7, and that was a 1. Yeah, we won't be using these. Right. I hope you enjoyed that, and hopefully you will join me in the next video. So we're on the home stretch now of the final magazines. We've got 74 to 80, and then that's the end of it. Right, I will see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.